Welcome, Taurus. My name is Emil. This is going to be a general and collective reading, so you're welcome to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you. I appreciate you. First of all, I've drew these cards to figure out, first of all, what sign to read for, as I always do, and I had two cards come out, and both in Taurus. Know your worth and release control. So I figure that's what this reading is about today, but let's dig in. I'm going to lay out your spread and then I'll explain and clarify as I go. Thank you, Spirit. Past energy for Taurus at this time when this message reached them. Thank you, Spirit. Card for Taurus, past energy. Thank you, Spirit guides and higher self. So this is past energy and present energy. And your future energy. Thank you, Spirit. And the bottom of the deck is the theme of the reading, which is King of Wands. King of Wands is about an entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, a creative visionary, timelessness, success, and fire. King Wands is about fire, self-motivation, inspiration, the practical process of creating from vision to actual tangible results. And kings are about air, so that's air energy. So air is about the mental, the psychological, the mind. And in your past energy you have 5 of Cups. Fives are about change. Cups is about emotions and relationships. Relationships being friends, family, and anything else. But 5 of Cups is about grieving, disillusion, and disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing. It can be self-pitying, can signify a broken heart. And it is focusing on unwanted results or situations or circumstances or loss, let's call it that, rather than what there is to be grateful for, what there is to be celebrated, because there is always something going right, even though there might be a lot of things going haywire or challenging one at the time. Because I don't know if you see this card, but she's feeding her energy to fear, worrying, sorrow, disappointment, feelings of depression, feelings of betrayal. But of course, there is more to it. Let's clarify. 5 of Cups for Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Jumping right out of the deck. Page of Wands is about inspiration, I guess. Let's get a little more specific than that. Explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasms, enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newly found inspiration, honing a new skill or past passion, curiosity and trying new things, gifting yourself permission to dream, great energy for creative ideation and brainstorming, a youthful spark. So, yeah, it's about inspiration and the spark of creation, creating something, starting something new. Or, yeah, just all that I just said. It can also be about letting go of limiting beliefs and fear of creating or making something, investing in something, being seen, anything regarding producing and having someone perceive that product, or let's say. But in your present energy you have Five of Swords and the Empress. Five, once again, is about change. Swords are about the mind, the intellectual, the psychological. Five of Swords is about conflict, unfair advantages, experiencing loss, the need to build your skills and your confidence, hollow victories. It can be about either having been exposed to deceitful strategies, or actual deceitful strategies and feeling guilty about your win, resentment, a desire for peace, the realization that there is no winners. That's of course this card in reverse, but I don't read in reverse. But primarily this card would be about conflict, unfair advantages, experiencing loss, the need to build your skills and your confidence, hollow victories. So this can feel a lot like worry, doubts, fears, anxiety, just a lot of mental discomfort. Let's clarify. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify Five of Swords for Taurus. Thank you. Five of Swords for Taurus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Queen of Wands. And you also have Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands is about creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others as you build your queendom power, or just your feminine expression. Of course, gender doesn't reply to energies, because energy is polarity. It is positive, negative, masculine, feminine. We all have both masculine and feminine energies, one more than the other. We all have an energy dynamic with a balance between the feminine and masculine energy, but with one it's primarily one specific that is dominant in the dynamic. But Seven of Cups, feeling like having too many options, or having too many options, fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, the allure of temptation on the path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture and options. Sometimes it can be about feeling blocked by indecision, fear of making a wrong choice, or overwhelm. Cups is usually regarding relations, so that is friends, family, and of course it could be anything else, but I'm not saying that it is. Whatever resonates with you. And you have the Empress also in this same present energy. So the Empress is about the divine feminine, or the it's the it's a card embodying the divine feminine energy and prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, goddess energy, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, and spirit. Let's clarify. The Empress for Taurus in present energy. Thank you, Spirit. Empress for Taurus. Page of Pentacles and the Chariot. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles is about manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news and ambitions, skills and learning, or skills and training, financial opportunities. It can signify a new career path or new connections, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, making plans a reality. So it's earth energy, so it's very focusing on manifestation and harnessing skills through ambitions, and maybe even receiving financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, exploration, and yeah, it's really about making plans and manifestation, earth energy. So, and you also have the Chariot. The Chariot is fast forward moving energy. It is not in the sense of the energy, but it is sense of forward movement in, I guess, in a material sense, in the physical. I guess it's about victory, speed and action, determination, harnessing and harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, and control. It is also about physical strength or endurance. And Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So this is about some kind of Knight of Pentacles. It's about diligence and hard work, determination, steadfastness, building material security, safety, being pragmatic, and expansion. So this is about uniting, this is about manifesting your dreams, your visions, and your plans, making them a reality. Very fast forward movement, energy, speed, velocity, and diligence, hard work, determination, steadfastness, building material success. This is all around manifestation and under the Empress, so you're creating with full force. Expansion, material security, safety, being pragmatic, steadfastness, determination, work, diligence, and yeah. In your future energy, you have the Emperor. The Emperor is the opposite to the Empress. The Emperor, first of all, the Empress is feminine energy, so the Emperor is masculine energy. The Emperor is about, it symbolizes the divine masculine. Of course, we all have both energies, have nothing to do with gender, but it's about authority, power, a natural leader, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, and promotion. Let's clarify. The Emperor in future position for Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Flying out. Oh. Well, there you have the Lovers, and at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. Interesting. I'm only gonna say it because that's my response, or my first impression of these cards together, but it kind of screams divine union between feminine and masculine. Either in a sense of you are alchemizing and uniting opposing energies regarding your manifestations, but this might also be, generally speaking, you uniting your opposing energies, masculine and feminine, and loving yourself more completely. Because, and the reason I say it like that is, we can always love ourselves more. So it is actually never completely, but I wouldn't say that, because we can love ourselves all that we can at this moment and learn to do it even more. I've learned that from experience. But let's read these cards one by one, and yeah, the next card is the Lover. So a choice, dualities, masculine, feminine, positive, negative, harmony. It can be about a lover or a romantic relationship, doesn't have to be. Can also be about friendship. It is about unity, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love, or just to be loved and love others, not necessarily in a romantic sense, but in a way of loving life and life loving you back, and you loving others and them loving you back at the same, equally, unconditionally. Healthy boundaries, and it can also symbolize soulmates, but of course it doesn't have to be. I definitely, after having these kind of cards all up against each other, because you also have Knight of Wands, which is the next one, but I kind of want to draw another oracle card for you, which is my love oracle deck. Not a personal deck, just one I bought and use. I don't have one of those. That sounds fun to experience, or just to, but let's focus here. Knight of Wands. Charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, the pursuit of adventure. Yeah. So I'm going to draw that card from this True Love Oracle deck, and then I'll read it. Thank you, Spirit. Can I get a card for Taurus regarding this present future situation regarding the lovers, the emperor, or whatever this is. Thank you, Spirit. Well, I had a jumper and then I had some turnaround, but I'm only gonna choose one because, so I'm not gonna choose anything. Am I just gonna put them back? So let me just read the so I'm gonna read one of the cards from the book that follows, and then I'm just gonna mention the other two because it has text on them too also. So creativity, so this is about your creativity, resolving conflict and boundaries, so that was those, and maturity, so that's your actual card, which I'm going to be reading. 24. Nope. 24 numbers, not. So, maturity. An emotional mature person knows that they are responsible for their own happiness. One of the most unsettling and disappointing characteristics of many relationships is the lack of emotional maturity on one or both sides. An entire book could be written about this subject, but we can boil it down to one powerful truth. An emotional mature person knows that their partner is not responsible for making them feel happy, attractive, secure, or lovable. An emotional mature person knows that they are responsible for themselves in all of these ways. In your generally wish to attract an emotional mature partner or want to improve that level of emotional maturity in your current relationship, then you must be willing to look at yourself first. No matter who you are, your childhood, other experiences in young adulthood, and past lifetimes will have influenced you to believe that certain areas of your well-being are someone else's responsibility. You have drawn this card today because the universe wants you to experience real love, happiness, attractiveness, and security, not the false version that evaporate the minute that you're on your own. So, not the false version that evaporate the minute that you are on your own. Take some time to contemplate your emotional maturity. Write your feelings in a journal or meditate. Let your inner guide show you where you can love, acknowledge, and support yourself more. Your beloved is there to excuse me. There to Your beloved is there to complement and enhance your existing emotional maturity, to add to your life, for you to be an assess to his or hers. The sooner you are prepared to take responsibility for your own happiness, the sooner a loving partner will become available to multiply that happiness. I hope you got anything out of that. Next up, I will draw the normal oracle cards that I draw in every reading, which will have some practical advice on what to do, what to focus on at this time when this message finds you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Taurus at this time when this message finds them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. What are your advices on what to focus on and what to do? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Yes, indeed. So, you have breathe through the tension. So, I used to refer to our past experiences and emotions, the stories, everything. I used to, basically, I'm gonna use this word once in this reading and not in a long time ever again because I try not to use this word, but I refer to trauma as tension because it's much more detached and in an observer kind of way, because trauma is like saying wounds and stuff, all that comes with it, and tension is just acknowledging what it was but still being above it and looking at it in from a sense of acceptance and understanding and forgiveness if that is necessary, which often it is. But breathe through the tension. And if you are struggling with that, I would advise you to breathe slowly, deeply, and fully. It also works for decluttering the mind, quieting down the mind, and becoming still. Is this practice very, very good for? You don't have to hold a break or hold for a couple of seconds between each breath, but it does help your general system to slow down. It does help your blood flow to, I don't know how to say it, decrease or increase. It's going to decrease because that's a good thing. Low blood flow, and I don't know. I'm not a medical, and I actually didn't get that much in English, but I'm managing here. Breathe through the tension, deep and slow breaths and deeply. That is my advice. Work through your feelings, feeling them fully, not trying to change them, just perceiving them and feeling them, experiencing them as they are without any resistance or fixed perception or story thereof. Clear your mind. I feel like the practice I just explained to you is being referred to again here. Know you're loved by the whole universe, by all of life, even the beings that has forgotten, and that is not permanently. That is just momentarily. That is, yeah. I don't have any synonyms for it. Take a reality check, reassess, contemplate, and reflect. And the bottom of the deck, release your blocks. Breathing through the tension. clearing your mind, working through your feelings, knowing that you are loved, showing yourself more love, more compassion, more understanding, more grace, knowing that you don't have to be perfect, and we actually never will be. We are imperfectly whole and enough exactly as we are, exactly because that you are, just as you are, because you are. I hope that makes sense, because it could confuse some, but I feel like you wouldn't have gotten this reading if you were completely, yeah. I hope anything resonated. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you blessings, peace, and prosperity. Be well, love and light.